Hi, I'm Prithviraj Singh Zala, and I'm here to discuss the process to get a driving license. And this was one of the topics that was requested, and it's been a while. And I think this is something that's going to be helpful for all the international students watching my channel. So, driving license is going to be a task like all the other tasks where you need a set of documents, and that's the standard documents are I-20, I-94. Your passport should be valid and not expired. And let's see. So I have the documentation section open: an unexpired passport, your visa status, your I-20, DS 2019, or we used to have 160, your most recent I-94, and your social security number. If you don't have social security number, I would request a letter of waiver from your ISSS office. Or if you do have a social security number, take the original document. Don't take the copy or a photo or picture for all these documents that are mentioned. Uh, these few you might have a printout, but the rest of them take the original, not the photocopy. Proof of residency. So if you're already staying in Texas, you need to take electricity bill or credit card bill or bank statements with the address that you are living at. Okay, that's where you're gonna get your driver's license delivered at the end of the process. That's the thing. And then we have the knowledge test. So knowledge test is something that they like to call the driver's education course, for which you get a certificate. Now, for the driver's education course, they have an entire course where they teach you stuff and then they take a test. So the test is based on this booklet that I'm sharing right now. You can look up the handbook, DL7 Texas Driving Handbook, and you can get the latest copy on the internet. You can also enroll for the driver's education course online, and it's gonna be anywhere between this and this dollar amounts, and it's a very standard course, very easy. If you've driven before, it should be very straightforward, and driven before in your own country, India, hopefully should be very straightforward. The rules are mentioned very clearly. So once you have that, you have the proof of identity, everything done, complete the driver's education course, and then you have to schedule so these courses will have the written exam. If you're not taking these courses, if you're going to DPS to that, then you need to schedule an appointment through this. If you select here, you put your information, put your date, time, and the place where you want to have an exam. It's gonna get you to that. Once you schedule the exam, you give the exam based on this booklet that I shared here. And once you clear the exam, you get the certificate of driver's education course, right? These are the FAQs, but we don't care about that right now. So once you're done with the driver's education course, you can go to you can schedule another appointment through this place, and the name of this website is Texas Department of Public Safety, TDPS. And if you go here, if you go driver's license, new appointment, that's where you get to schedule an appointment. And once you have all the required documents, you just go and take an appointment and ask them, hey, can I get my learner's license? That's when you get your learner's license. Now, what ended up happening to me was I didn't have a proof of residency. So basically, I was living with my brother, and he was like, don't pay anything, cheap to live. And the problem that caused was I didn't have any proof of residency because I was living on campus before, and I moved to his place. And basically, I had to wait another month just to get my proof of residency because I changed my bank's account details to his address, and then I got the details and I got the name and the address, and basically he had to show up to say that yeah, he's living with me. He had to bring his own documents with electricity bills and everything. So that was a little bit of dilemma, but be prepared for that. Okay. Once you have everything, schedule an appointment. They'll give you a learner's license, and then to get your actual driving license, if you don't know how to drive, I would recommend learn with an instructor or with a trusted guardian or friend. Once you know a few things, which is parallel parking, it's when you park between two cars, and uh, drive on the roads if you're comfortable driving, taking signal, going left, right, yielding on sign, all the basic rules that's mentioned in the guidebook. Once you're able to perform those maneuvers, I would recommend scheduling another appointment to take a driver's license test. Now, if you schedule with DPS, you might get it much cheaper, and there are other ways to give the same test if you don't want to wait, let's say, a month out. You can go to a third party service like A Plus Driving School. That's the one I know in Houston. You can use their services. You can go up there and say that, hey, I have a learner's license. I need to get a permanent license, a driving license, and I want to, it's not permanent, but that's another thing. I want to get a driver's license and I want to take a test. And he'll recommend you take a test with their car and you pay the money. It's gonna be around $20 to $30 for the service. They do the test on their own platform, and then you come back and they give you an envelope. Now that envelope, you take that along with all the other documents that I shared here, right? All the other documents, and you go to DPS again. You have to schedule another appointment, and you basically get the license once you give them the envelope and everything else. There are vision tests, so they'll ask you, there'll be a board with like letters written on it. You'll have to pass the vision test. If you don't, then there's another procedure, which I don't want to get into right now because not a lot of people might have that need, but they do ask for a vision test. So be aware, be prepared, do your research before you go in for the vision test. And they'll ask you for your height and weight. You can basically tell them you're 6 feet, don't do that. But yeah, that's how you get your driver's license. Few tips as an international student. Start driving a rental car. Let's say you're going on a field trip and get the rental car in your name. Be very responsible. The good thing that's going to happen is you're going to start to build a driving history. Once you start to build a driving history, when you actually go out and buy a car and get insurance for your car, your insurance is going to be much lower because you have a driving history. You have proof of insurance prior to the moment you bought a car. Because I bought my car after I completed graduation and got a job, and my insurance was as much as my car payment. And it took me over a year's worth of safe and defensive driving to get it cut down in half after I went to another insurer. So that's, if you don't want that to happen to you, I would recommend just drive rental cars on the trips and be very responsible driver. Don't break laws. Some of the very common laws, speeding is one. Don't speed. I know it sounds thrilling. Don't do it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the thrill. It's not worth anything. Do it on a racetrack. Get a permission. Pay for it. Go ham. Don't do it on the road, dude. You'll injure yourself and somebody else. You might even kill someone. Then it's another ball game. But don't do speeding. Don't do Uber, Lyft, any kind of activity that involves money in your driving. You cannot earn money off campus as a student or as a working professional on H1B. Don't do that. Okay? If you do it, you have consequences. The consequences are you get deported. If you're reported, you get deported. If you're involved in a crime, you get jail, and then you get deported with additional issues in India. Or that just don't do that. I know it sounds very tempting to earn a little cash on the side. It's safe, blah blah blah. No matter what people say, don't trust them. You're not supposed to. It's illegal. Okay, so don't do it. And yeah, be responsible, drive safe, have fun. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, peace.